Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Okay.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
Oh, when they say it, that's just no fun then. Man, I would have gotten you 3 times there. It would have been the trifecta.
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Such a cruel rule.
Why is she tied up?
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
Most definitely. There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you. Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it? By the way, this class trial is gonna be 100% fair, so there's no need to worry.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate Monami, of course.
Why do you hate
You
her?
hate me that much?
Why do you hate her?
Now, let's begin.
You're telling us to begin, but what are we supposed to do?
No complaining, let's just settle this with our fists.
Were you even
Yeah.
listening to the rules? Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall, huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
Yeah, what you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what did that mean? Hey, fish. How's it going? Wait. What does that mean? What does it
Anyway.
mean?
Why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds? The most pressing issue on our minds? Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath the table.
Then, let's start with that mystery.
Oh, she speaks up finally. Doing good? I'm glad to hear. I'm gonna turn off my fan. Hold on 1 second, bro. Sorry. Woo! Maple syrup and whiskey shots? Like mixing them? The reason why Byakuya's body was discovered under the dining hall table. Let's start with that, but ultimately we need to find out who murdered him. We can't do that. There were dots there, by the way, Shadow. I don't know if you saw that. No, thinking about if is a waste of time. We have to do this no matter what. So the class trial has finally started. From this point on, I will provide simple tutorials at every important moment. Sorry, but please excuse my ear-tainting rudeness. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, all of your classmates will speak one after the other, without any breaks. It's up to you to reveal any lies or mistakes contained within their statements. This means you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Out of all the truth bullets you find during your investigation, only the relevant ones will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the mouse to move the reticle, then fire with the left mouse button. Also, more dots. I don't know if you saw that. Before it happens. I don't know what it is. Pay close attention to each character's statements and choose your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. Press the escape key during these arguments. You can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Make your argument. Knife? What? Knife, gaps on the floorboard, blood stain on the table.
Why was Byakuya's body in a place like that?
I don't know.
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
No.
Why?
Wait, stop.
Obviously by hiding the body.
Nope.
tried to delay its discovery.
Hold on.
Like a dog burying a bone.
She's so happy about it. All right, it's definitely what the mechanic said. Huh? What he just said was strange. It clearly contradicts the information I know. Yep.
Why was Byaku in a place like...
His body was under at the very back of...
After the killer, they probably moved the body there.
Gotcha.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. Objection.
No, I don't think the killer moved the body.
By the dots, I mean when the dots are the only thing on the screen, like they are just taking a pause. Yeah, it's happened a couple times. No, I don't think the killer moved the body.
Huh?
Oh,
Try to
why?
remember what the body looked like when we found it under the table. Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body. I see. I get your point.
Oh, and here I thought I had a genius idea.
You guys are so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
She is so rude.
I respond better to praise, you know.
But if the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
Byakuya was probably killed under the table.
What? You think he was killed under the table?
That's exactly what I just said. Yes.
So Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons unknown. And
For
that's when he was
reasons
killed.
unknown.
Then, shortly thereafter, we found his body under the table.
That does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
Obviously, he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester.
Akane? Do you even realize who we are talking about here? Always a jokester? Calls it a wake-up shot because of the sweetness of the maple syrup and the taste of the whiskey. Whoa.
The hell he was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was?
Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean he'd dive under the table.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
The reason Byakuya dove under the table, it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, and it's probably... Hold on. Where's that letter? Right there. This may sound presumptuous, but I think that's wrong.
Crap!
Even staring looks like I just made a fool. What? What? What just... The reason Byakuya dove under the table, if it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, then it's probably... What? What? I don't understand. Display problem. If it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, then it's probably... Oops. Nope. 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 Oh gosh. Okay, good. Oh gosh. What? Not the embarrassing pose. I don't understand what it is that this thing. If it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, then it's probably... the taking of the weapons. Oh, so you think it's this? No.
Crap! I can prove it with this.
Are you serious? It was the knife?
It probably has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, "I am the murder weapon"?
Yeah, but it doesn't sound like that is actually the murder weapon. I think it's one of the pokers.
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there.
Remember, I think he even said at one point that one of the skewers was
So
missing.
in order to get it, he moved under the table.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right?
Then, instead of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw it right at that moment. Like, for example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
No, that's not possible.
What?
Oh, is
You
really?
seem rather confident about that.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. I have proof to back me up.
Oh, really?
This is almost like a real trial.
Why is the music so calm? There we go, that's a little better. During the previous statement, there was only one weak spot. But from this point on, there will be various weak spots standing in your way. No matter how many weak spots there will be only one lie or contradiction in the debate at a time. This means that there will be false weak spots. If you shoot a false weak spot with a truth bullet, not only will you fail to refute what was said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone and your influence gauge will take damage. If your influence gauge reaches 0, you will fail, so please be extra careful. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or mistakes. Also, if you concentrate by holding down the space key, you can progress the argument slowly. Please use it whenever you feel like the statements are moving too fast for you to aim. However, this does consume the focus gauge, so please be careful. If you press the escape key during those arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Many things just got added.
I'm sure Byakuya
Oh,
ducked under the
gosh.
table during the blackout.
Okay.
That sounds correct.
Okay.
If that's the case... During the blackout, Mr. Ham
Ham hands.
must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black!
That's
It
true,
was so
but
dark I couldn't see my food!
night vision goggles, though.
Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either. I doubt he could have seen the killer.
Night vision goggles. It's true, getting under that table during the blackout would have been nearly impossible, but
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout.
That sounds correct. If that's the case, during the blackout, he must have seen the killer.
But it was super pitch black. It was so dark I couldn't see my... Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
No, that's wrong! No.
yeah, it is that
Byakuya was
music.
probably the only one who was able to see in the dark.
Why do you say that?
He was using those night vision goggles we found under the table. He could have seen what was happening.
So, are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
Maybe.
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Maybe.
Your reasoning is out of focus. No, that's obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
This is new. Someone said objection to me. Also, we look like brother and sister.
Other way around?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
Were you surprised by my hero's sudden argument? Yes. Just between you and me, I was also surprised. Just kidding. Sorry. Now then, when this kind of argument surfaces, you will go into a one-on-one debate called Rebuttal Showdown. Ooh, this is new. In this mode, you have to counter the other person's claim, draw their weak spots, and argue against them. Please counter the other person's remarks with the WASD keys. Based on the shape of their remarks, it's important to know whether to cut vertically, sideways, or diagonally. And based on that, you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage. On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remarks, it will skew towards their advantage. In the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, a number that shows the sharpness of your counter is displayed. This is the number of times you can cut remarks during the one round of the debate. You will lose counts of sharpness even if you miss, so please be very careful. When the mood skews to your advantage for a certain length of time, the other party's argument changes. This means the conversation will develop. If that happens, they will end up divulging some weak spots. However, you can not normally cut remarks that contain weak spots. Instead, it will skew the mood toward the other party's advantage, plus it's going to be very big. just like a regular debate, please refute any weak spots with the left mouse button. Of course, if you don't have the correct truth blade, you will not be able to cut an opponent's remark. It's a truth blade? I'm terribly sorry. It appears there has been a delay in contacting you. I'll make sure the person in charge of contacting you takes a very long vacation. In this mode, truth blades will be called truth blades. That's about it. There won't be any other changes to your handbook menu. Only name will change, but don't you think a change in feeling is important? Press the escape key during these arguments. You can review the controls. Objection, I wish! Swords. It looks like we're going to be using swords. I don't really understand exactly what they want me to do here. Okay. Let's do this.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
What? What? What just happened? What? Huh? What just happened there? I can't advance forward. I'm just listening. What? I should let Mahiro say what she wants to say and then find a point that I can argue against.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it. Damn it! If you just use the killer obviously
Oh, I'm
used
so
those
sorry.
night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
I don't even know what's going on. Oh, I don't know how to do
Just
this.
use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
I need to keep cutting. Do I need to cut everything?
If you just use the killer obviously used those. That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
I don't even know if I'm doing this right. Sure, Byakuya brought the night vision goggles. I need to refute Mahiro's claim with evidence.
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene. Damn it!
I don't even understand how to... I don't like this. I don't like
If you
this.
just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
I don't even
Because
know.
if they used night...
Hold on. You need to keep cutting, and when you see the yellow text, you need to do a cut with the correct blade. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, so those goggles were planned. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
You...
Damn it!
Are you sure, dude?
If you just use common sense. The killer
Irons.
obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it. If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it. Damn it! If you just use common... The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene. Damn it!
Oh my gosh.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
I can't back down!
Oh my gosh. I don't even know what this means. I don't even... Oh my gosh. Maybe hit escape again and just delete this game from my game inventory. Slash in the direction. Press overturn, right mouse button. What does overturn even mean?
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
I can't back down!
Oh my gosh.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision. That's gotta be it.
I can't back down!
I don't even know what that was for.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in reality. That's what, so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene. Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. In reality, that's so those goggles were planned and the killer brought them to the crime scene.
Oh my gosh.
Because if they used night vision, then they could have killed Byakuya even in reality. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene. Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. In reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Crap!
Wait, yep.
Because if they used night vision
I see what you're
goggles,
saying.
then they could have killed Byakuya even in reality. So those goggles were planned and the killer brought them to the crime scene.
Crap. Okay. I see what you mean. Their shadow.
Because if they used night, then they could have killed Byakuya even in reality. That's what, so those goggles were planned and the killer brought them to the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those words! No, Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
Okay. I'm definitely gonna forget that for next time, but we got it. Oh my gosh, that was... I don't... Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles. But why?
Inside the Duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party, we found a smaller case for storing the night vision goggles.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that Duralumin case as well. Woohoo! I said assume! Ibuki never uses such clever language.
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case.
She's talking about herself in the third person.
Since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
Then, was that knife inside the case too? If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
It would be weird.
I am weird, aren't I? Times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
Ooh, you totally mean that in a perverted way.
Yeah, I think you're probably right there, Hiyoko. The one thing I agree with her on. The knife was brought in the Duralumin case along with the night vision goggles, too. That's not possible. The knife was hidden in the dining hall before the party even started. I should be able to prove it. Night vision goggles. I think it's because of the duct tape.
I see!
Stupid verb. You're right.
There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found. Huh? Duct tape?
Honestly, the biggest issue is the tutorial itself rather than explaining it. They should do a test run to learn the mechanics. Yep.
Probably
Agreed.
hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid? Not only did he bring a self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
He sure did. Step away from the woman. I wish he would.
He went above and beyond being a little cautious.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
He probably knew. Someone was planning to commit a murder.
Yeah, Nagato.
Are you saying he predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
You think so too, right, Hajime?
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah.
I can prove it with this. Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
Be careful, the first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone.
Hey, the hell is this?
Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage.
It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
So, who's the someone?
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Wasn't me!
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies!
Those are still lies.
They are.
It doesn't matter who wrote it
We've been
yet.
teaching my kids that lately.
So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter.
What do you mean?
Oh no, Mario.
By gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other. In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't act.
But the letter might have been just a little prank.
As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk. His strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate.
He should have told us he received a threatening letter.
If he had, we would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too.
Nagato needs to stop. I'm starting to sense something off. He reminds me a lot of Kyoko.
So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone?
I see. Strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing. Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
Well, obviously, the killer.
The killer? Hello? Oh, I'm like, did my mouse just break? What just happened there? Is it really one of us? Who is it? Among us, who's the one? Who killed Byakuya?
Enough already! Show yourself, you coward!
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
But I still can't believe it. Someone in this room killed Byakuya. There's no way I can believe that yet.
Pardon me. Can I say something, please?
Yes, princess.
What is it, Miss Sonia?
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles. If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
In the dark, dark.
You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles. But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it in that darkness.
No, the killer definitely used a mark. Because of this mark, the killer was able to get the knife from under the table into his hands. Glowing paint.
I see! What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark. In actuality, the knife we found under the table and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint, right?
Yep.
Does that mean the killer painted them in advance?
But painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark. Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker.
No.
Which means it was you, Peko Pekoyama!
Kazuchi, you need to stop.
Peko killed poor Byakuya!
No.
Was this island not big enough for two
She did not.
glasses wearers? I'm not the killer. Oh, I guess she's not.
Also, she's a vampire. She has red eyes.
How can you believe her so easily?
But with Peko's height, I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
I don't care about a technicality like that. Peko's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout.
No.
By tripping the breaker directly from the office, Peko was the one who caused the blackout. Is that really what happened? No. After this debate, blue-colored weak spots will start appearing. We call the weak spots you've seen up until now argue spots. The blue-colored weak spots will be called agree spots. When shooting agree spots with the truth bullets, you need to flip your way of thinking. Instead of arguing that the other person's testimony contains lies or mistakes, please fire the truth bullets that prove the other person's testimony is correct. When the truth bullets merge with their weakness, it will become a logically sound agreement. Isn't it a little hot in here? From now on, you must infer whether it's best to argue or agree based on what's being debated. If you press the escape key during these arguments, yep. Good luck and have fun.